That was easy.
Hey guys, I'm Jasmine with Manifest Fast with Jasmine. If you're new to my channel, make sure that you click the subscribe button, click the bell, and hit all to receive all notifications because I got 3 videos a week coming out for you guys on how to manifest your specific person. If you're looking to join a manifesting group, I have a live Q&A every week for you guys and lots of resources inside my group. That link is below. I have coaching, 7 steps to consistent instant manifestation. All those links are below as well. I'm going to tell you about how to make your specific person obsessed with you. This is going to be my second video on this. I have another video that you guys really liked, and it was full of really awesome and amazing and helpful tips, and it was spoken in a way that you guys really understood. This video is going to be a much deeper, like a more in-depth, a more manifestational point of view. It doesn't matter if you're following law of manifesting or law of attraction or parallel realities or transurfing reality. It doesn't really matter what you're calling it. If you want to create this situation in your life, this is going to be the video for you. If you want to get a person to be obsessed with you, that's what you want. I'm going to explain a fundamental, like, missing concept, a misconception that is so fundamental to manifesting that hinders everyone's pursuit when they start on this path of trying to figure out how to make it work, how to make their specific person want them and pursue them and become obsessed with them. You know, I know that it doesn't really seem all that spiritual to say I want to manifest a specific person to be obsessed with me. The truth is that you can create any situation or circumstance that you want if you know how to do it. My aim is to give you a bigger, better, greater handle on exactly how all of this works, not so that you can try to manipulate your creation, but so that you can actually manifest and create a happy, loving life that you want with a specific person, with the circumstances that you want in your life. So this video is going to be closer, in-depth, more advanced look at how do you make a specific person obsessed with you? How do you make a specific person pursue you, have an enhanced desirability for you? How do you keep that going on a long-term basis? How do you keep them coming back? So I'm going to first share with you the fundamental flaw in the pursuit of manifesting that messes people up, and then watch till the end of the video because I'm going to tell you the number one mistake that people tend to make when they're trying to pull this off. When I explain to you this fundamental flaw, I think that you've all made this mistake. You know, I think that you've all thought this before. And this is something that most people are experiencing this as a problem and they don't even know it. I'm going to help you wake up out of this and really understand what you're doing on a greater level, because people struggle with this fundamental flaw for years and years and years before they kind of, even by chance, you know, sort of wake up out of it and realize that, oh, there's a different way. So the fundamental flaw in the pursuit of manifesting that messes people up is when you decide that you want to manifest something, you want to pursue manifestation, you want to learn how to do it because you want to change something. The fact that you're deciding to learn how to do that, you're deciding to learn that because you want to change something outside of you. You're trying to obtain or get something. And this is the first problem that actually hinders your manifestational progress. So especially when it comes to obtaining a specific person or a relationship with a specific person, or trying to get a specific person to be into you or be obsessed with you, this fundamental flaw comes up because automatically you're trying to get, you're trying to obtain. It's all about, what can I get? What can I get out of this? And so I know that, you know, you guys are like, duh, like that's why I'm watching this video. This is the issue, and I'm going to show you how to fix it, how to turn it around, okay? Because the energy of, like, if it's all about you trying to take from the universe, then you're not giving, and you're not becoming what it is that you need to become in order to emanate the energy that you need to emanate in order to attract what you desire to attract. You kind of become this black hole that instead of getting what you want, it's like you can never get enough. And it's just one thing goes wrong after the other, and you feel like nothing is ever right, and I just can't get it right, and everything is going wrong. And the more that I try, the more that it fails and gets worse. It seems to be that instead of everything improving, everything seems to just not go your way. How do you go from like, of course I want to try to get something out of the universe. Of course I'm here because I want to try to create something that I don't already have. I'm here because I want to make something happen, right? How do you go from that to actually being able to become and apply so that you actually end up getting the things that you want? Instead of the focus being on trying to get something or trying to take from the universe, trying to manipulate the universe to give something to you, finagling it into place, the focus needs to be on becoming, being, embodying, and experiencing. So you manifest what you become. You manifest what you are. Whatever it is that you are, that you become, that you emanate out, that is what is reflected back to you. It's like this instant feedback loop system. Your perception is a manifestation that is an instant feedback loop system. Your interpretations, your thoughts, your feelings, it's all this instant feedback loop system in action happening. I know that we don't really see the instantness of manifestation happening. It is very, very instant. And if you can see that your perception is that instant manifestation, it helps a lot, because a lot of people, when they're trying to manifest, they're like, yeah, but it's not happening out there. That's not, like, I'm just looking at the circumstance. The circumstance is what it is. The circumstance is inherent. The circumstance is not really inherently anything. The circumstance is whatever you perceive it to be. The same thing can happen to 10,000 people, and everybody has a different interpretation and perception of that circumstance. You can use this to your detriment or to your advantage. When it comes to manifesting, the idea is to change your perception so that you can use this to your advantage. But I'm not telling you to lie to yourself. I'm telling you that the thing that you want is the thing that you need to become. Try to make this flip where you go from, yeah, but how do I get that thing out there to come to me over here? How do I take that thing? How do I obtain that thing? How do I get that thing? I want my specific person. Everybody wants the focus to be outside of themselves, as if I could just tell you how to grab a fishing line, hook, line, and sinker and reel them in, as if that were a thing. What I'm saying as a manifesting expert, the problem is when you're not looking within and when you're not changing and becoming here within yourself. This is the most important thing. I am the most important thing in my creation that appears to be outside of me. When you're uninterested in changing yourself, the fact of the matter is that not a whole lot is going to change outside of you, and in fact, it might get worse and you may just become more and more frustrated. The only way to change that is to focus on being and becoming and experiencing. Now, when you think about what you want, it is not that difficult to start getting familiar with the experience of what you want, as long as you're not thinking about the lack of it. Now, I know this seems like a little bit of a long drawn out explanation as far as how to get someone to be obsessed with you, but just think about the energy of a person that like lots and lots of people really are drawn to. The energy of that person, it seems to be complete, full, confident, whole. It seems to be the opposite of like desperate, needy, or lacking, or trying to get something, People are really, really drawn to people that they're not trying to take. They're emanating, not a giving energy, but it's like a completeness within themselves. Something is complete to where they're not focused on lack, or trying to obtain or get. So when you're in a dynamic and you're focused on trying to obtain something, you're creating a black hole effect instead of a vacuum effect that causes everything to naturally be drawn to you because you're a match to it. The bottom line is that whatever experience you want to create, you have to create within you and experience it within you. If you're trying to go through the motions and manipulate the universe from a space of lack, you will keep getting more lack, and that's how you know that something is wrong, is like it just keeps getting worse and worse and you keep feeling worse and worse. And that's how you know you're trying to make something happen instead of trying to become the fullness of that experience within you and feel that within you and become that within you. It's an experience. It's this emanation of this sort of living in the end. It's difficult to explain, but if you've ever done it, you will know what I'm talking about. I have a few systematic suggestions to help you obtain this point of view and this transition to get your specific person to be obsessed with you. The first thing that you need to do is address your baseline belief systems. If you're attempting to manifest from a space of lack or trying to manipulate or trying to obtain something, the baseline belief systems are going to be something more along the lines of this needs to change, everything is wrong, or this thing is wrong, here's what needs to be different, that thing needs to be different, or that thing out there is not here and I need it to come over here. There's going to be all these notions of what needs to be different, what you want to change, and what you're not happy with. That's exactly what needs to change. So I'm going to give you examples of baseline belief systems that you can put into place and replace that with. And at first, it's sort of difficult to implement this. You attract based on your belief systems at the very, very core. You can make manifesting easier or harder based on what you believe. So I teach these baseline belief systems that make it easier for you to attract whatever it is that you want, even if it is that you want a specific person to be obsessed with you. It's going to be like super easy in the snap of a finger if you just believe these baseline belief systems. And in fact, manifesting whatever you want is going to be super easy and instant for you, and so much faster than ever before if you just have these baseline belief systems that are working for you instead of against you. So instead of the whole, this needs to be different, or I don't have what I want, or when is it going to happen, or I can't wait until it does happen because obviously it's not here yet, I can't wait until this thing works, whatever it is that you're saying needs to be different, it needs to be more along the lines of this. You need to believe all of my desires are being fulfilled. Because if you believe all of your desires are being fulfilled, you will create that by law of attraction. And it begins with this shift in your perception where you start saying it and you start feeling it and you start believing it. Then you start becoming it and emanating it. And then you start actually seeing how that is true. And then it just snowballs from there. The momentum gains and it becomes more and more and more. So all of my desires are being fulfilled. If you don't want to adopt that at first, just know that if you start adopting that for real, it will start actually happening to you. And isn't that what you want? All of my desires are being fulfilled. Do it. Practice this belief. The second belief is everything is already perfect. It's already perfect. It's already done. It's already perfect. There's nothing for me to do. It's already perfect. You see how that makes manifesting that much easier, that much more instant, that much more you don't even have to lift a finger. You don't have to do anything to make it happen. Already perfect, already done, no work to do. Again, you could argue with that, or you could simply just adopt it and let those belief systems do their work in your life and make your manifesting your specific person and making them obsessed with you completely consistent and automatic. I know that you want to focus specifically on obtaining your specific person. If there's no focus on within, if there's no focus on self, then you can't change what needs to change in order to change the outside reflection. It does always have to come back to the focus here. What is going on here? What am I changing here? It is always a reflection. And this is not an opportunity or an invitation for you to beat up on yourself and be upset with yourself about messing up your manifestational dreams thus far. that just takes you farther away from where you want to go, and it doesn't help you manifest at all, and it doesn't help you create the manifestational environment that you're hoping to become. So there's never a reason to backtrack and feel bad or guilt, shame, or blame about not doing something right. You just pick up where you are and say, oh, I'm gonna do this now. Oh yeah, I'm gonna remember to, all of my desires are being fulfilled. Everything's already perfect. Everything's already done. I don't have to do anything. It's already done. I think for most people, if you want a specific person to be obsessed with you, if you want them to desire you, you want them to love you, you want their attention, you want their affection, I think that is because you love this person. You perceive that you love this person, or you have a strong infatuation with this person, or a strong connection with this person. There is a level of love there. You're experiencing a connection, you're experiencing some sort of love. Punctuate on that. Now, everything that I'm telling you to do is going to be virtually impossible until you adopt those belief systems I just talked about. So you might want to watch this video a few times to really let it all sink in, to really get everything that I'm saying here so that you can apply it. Using the love that is already fostered within you and that you've already practiced a little bit by thinking about them in order to pretend like you're trying to grow something. You're trying to grow this plant called love. Because the bigger this plant gets, the closer that you're going to be to attracting that in bigger and bigger and more noticeable ways that will blow your mind in your life. So you're trying to grow this plant called love inside of you, and you're trying to make it bigger. You're trying to, get it to be healthy and robust, noticeable, and you want it to really glow and sparkle in the room, and you want its presence to really be seen and felt and known. You want to grow this experience of love within you. You want to become that. This is going to make you much more susceptible to love experiences, of all kinds. It's also going to make you more of a magnet. This is one of the most powerful things that you can do to attract a person. Most people are not able to do this because when they think about their specific person, they're not feeling love, they're feeling sadness and lack and a neediness and a desperation, and it makes them feel sad. I want to offer to you an alternative. If the love that you're trying to focus on is not exactly pure, you can harness the love feeling and experience without inserting the idea of the person. You have love. It doesn't have to be connected to something or someone. The love is still there. The feeling is still there. If you close your eyes and nobody's around, you can still feel whatever you feel, even if there's no notion of person or circumstance. So you can use that to your advantage. This is all going to put you in a position where you're working on what's inside of you. You're becoming and emanating the thing that you want, and then applying everything that you know that when it comes to law of attraction is going to be that much easier for you to do correctly. Because when you have love, it's the opposite of need, it's the opposite of desperation, it's the opposite of lack, and it's the opposite of trying. If anything, forget about trying to attract love. You're just trying to get into a place where you're no longer a black hole of lack. When it comes to manifesting, I know that everybody thinks that they have to focus on the thing that they want. Otherwise, if they don't focus on the thing that they want, then they won't get it. This is a big fat lie. This has nothing to do with what actually happens when you're manifesting something. You manifest specific things all the time without thinking about it. What ends up hindering people is they start obsessively thinking about something from a place of lack, and then you create more lack from there. If you want someone to be obsessed with you, you have to do the opposite of that. It has to be so a non-issue that you don't even really think about it. Most people will manifest this when they're not even thinking about their specific person anymore. And then all of a sudden they start ringing the phone off the hook and stalking all of their platforms, showing up with, a vengeance and really pursuing them hard. And it's like, I forgot all about you and I don't even know if I want you anymore, and here you are. Now it's such a non-issue for you that, hey, that can come right in. So if you want a specific person to be obsessed with you, first of all, the focus needs to be on you and not them. The focus needs to be on becoming, being, embodying, and experiencing. And this is the number one mistake that people tend to make, is they don't make that inner work important. They don't take it seriously, and it doesn't click in their minds how important and vital this is, like me, you know, in order to make all of this work. People, you know, they want some sort of magic formula, like, you know, the 555 thing. Like, if I write it 555 times, will it happen? Or some sort of, you know, magical meditation or some sort of process. Just give me a process that I can do that doesn't require me to actually change myself, that's still gonna get me what I want. Anybody that is not emphasizing that there has to be like an inner shift in order for that to be reflected, there's just no way to get around that. So that's the number one mistake that people make, is they keep reaching and trying and reaching and trying and looking outside of them. They're trying to grab something and manipulate the universe, figure out some other way that is neglecting the becoming and the embodying and the experiencing that really needs to happen. This is how you create with you, with who and what you are. Writing lines and scripting is not going to do it, you know. And I'm not saying that techniques never work, but techniques only work when this is already changed, or when this is changing in sync with the technique that you're doing. So techniques do help. Like, for instance, you know, I have my meditation that I just came out with, Get Sexy and Get Him Fast meditation. It's like, I'm a sexy bitch meditation. Really awesome meditation. It's gonna make you feel worthy, desirable. It's gonna make you feel like chase worthy. It's gonna make you feel like a magnet to this person, and I can just imagine and see and feel this person chasing me. That's something that you could do that would actually help, you know, to put you in that place that we really want you to be inside. I got this 30-day challenge, do it for 30 days. I'm gonna have that link at the end of the video for you guys to that meditation, because it's a really awesome meditation. It's gonna help you achieve this. Especially if you feel like it's not quite sinking in everything in this video. Don't worry. Like I said, the meditation is gonna help. Watch this video a couple more times. You'll get it. It's not that hard. In fact, getting a person to be obsessed with you and learning how to manifest the things that you want, it really is the easiest thing that you've ever done. It's very easy and it's completely effortless. And that's the rub, is that you have to learn how to let it be effortless. Just like I said, when people get obsessed with you, it's because you kind of forgot about them. You have to let it be a non-issue. You have to let it be something that you're no longer worried and concerned and thinking about, and definitely not something that you're still trying to make happen. So it's the opposite of what you intuitively think about doing. Like, oh, I need to think about it and try to make it happen and write lines. No, it's done, already done. It's a non-issue. That's how you get a specific person to be obsessed with you. If you're still watching this video, that means that you liked it. So make sure that you click the like button, press subscribe, hit the bell button, and press all to get all notifications, because I got 3 videos a week coming out for you guys. And if you haven't already, join my membership group, especially if you still have questions after watching this video. I have a live Q&A every single week in my group. Join the live Q&A, I'll answer your questions, and thank you for subscribing. So here's a playlist for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
That was easy.